Hey, El Magnifico, I got a story for you. You know, you're doing this contest with all the jokes and everything, and every time I see either you do a update or somebody submits an entry or has a joke, you know, it always reminds me of something else. I'm terrible at remembering jokes. You know, you hear thousands of them, and so I guess they're stuck back there. And every time somebody will mention something that kind of, oh, that reminds me of this or that. And so they're not, all these little comments I give you in this videos are not contest entries. I know you can only enter once and I'm already in, but this one's for you. And you had said, there at first you said, hey, this is a family channel, keep it clean. Then you thought, wait a minute, this is about pipes. This is not a family channel. You know, you can submit, doesn't have to be a one-liner. It can be corny, it can be a long joke, it can be a dirty joke. Well, this is probably the dirtiest, nastiest joke I know. So I'm going to warn you now. Proceed with caution, everybody. If you're under the age of 55, you probably should turn this off right now. And so anyway, this is a story about this guy I knew. True story, by the way. And so he's kind of a, I'd say awkward, kind of Forrest Gumpish. Not quite to that extreme as Forrest Gump was in the movie, but and he had always had a hard time going up. We went to high school together, and he'd always had a hard time getting, you know, dates and girls to like him. And I mean, he's a decent looking guy and everything. I mean, not near as, you know, handsome as I am, but, and so, he had found, you know, after, you know, he's probably, I don't know, late 20s, maybe early 30s. He'd finally met this girl, and she was, I mean, she was a really good looking gal, really nice. They got along, they started dating. They've been dating for, I don't know, maybe 6 months or so. Really liked each other, really got along well. He liked her, she liked him. Had a lot of the same interests, a lot in common. And so they would always, their dates would be out somewhere. Go to dinner, go to a show, go to, you know, a picnic at the park, you know, something like that. Take her to the zoo or the, whatever, the fair, the carnival, the circus. And so they'd never been over to each other's house. Well, again, they'd been dating about 6 months, and one day she asked him, hey, why don't maybe Friday night, when you get off work, you come over and I'll cook you dinner? And he's like, oh, that would be nice. And she kind of winks at him and says, and maybe you'll get lucky tonight. And he's like, oh, of course, now, you know, imagine some girl, some nice looking girl saying that to Forrest Gump. He's like, oh, man, I might get lucky, and et cetera, et cetera. And so, he goes into work like on a Monday. This was like on they had like a weekend date. And so he goes into work on Monday and tells his boss he's got this big date planned. And he wants to see if he can get off a couple hours early on Friday so he gets spiffed up and everything. And so he says, I'll work, you know, whatever, half hour late or an hour late, Monday through Thursday every day to make up for it so I don't get behind, blah, blah, blah. And boss agrees, yeah. So he takes off early on Friday, rushes home, because he's got to, you know, shower and shave and, you know, get cleaned up, you know, and, you know, you may spend extra time in the shower because, you know, if there's a chance, you might get lucky. You know, you might want to wash certain parts that you normally overlook, if you know what I mean. And so, shave, you know, maybe, and, you know, shave 4 or 5 or 6 passes across to make sure it's nice and, you know, baby butt smooth shave. And so he gets all cleaned up. And, you know, gets out nice. Let's see if I can get rid of some of that sunburst there. Gets, you know, his nicest pants out, nice, iron them, nice crease down on the pants. I mean, so sharp you might get cut on it. Presses his shirt. You know, instead of just turning his underwear inside out, puts a fresh, clean pair of underwear on. I mean, put some extra, you know, smell good on. And then he's thinking, all of a sudden he thinks, I might get lucky tonight. I might need some birth control. I wonder if she has birth control. Is she on the pill? Does she? I don't know. And I don't have anything. He never thought about getting lucky before. And so he says, I think I'll call and ask her. He picks up the phone. Well, wait, I better not. I can't call her. And I told him later, that's a good thing you didn't call. That's one thing you do not call a girl and ask if she has birth control. You go prepared. And so I said, okay, I'll run by the drugstore and I'll get a condom. And, payday's not, this is Friday. He didn't get paid till the following Friday. So he's broke. He doesn't have a whole lot of money, but, he's got a dollar bill in his wallet. He may be able to scrounge up some change or something out of the couch cushions. So he runs to the drugstore, runs in the front, asks the lady at the front, and says, "Where do you keep your condoms?" "Oh, they're back behind the pharmacy counter. Go talk to Joe back there." So he runs back there, talks to Joe. He says, "I need some birth control. I might get lucky tonight." He says, "I got a big date, and, I might get lucky tonight." He says, "Have you got condoms back here?" "Oh, yes, I've got every size you could ever imagine, every color you could think of, every smooth and thin and thick and, ribbed and bumpy, and I don't have any battery-powered ones. That's about the only thing I'm missing." He says, "I don't know anything about them. I just need one." He says, "All right, well, what's her favorite color?" "Her favorite color is blue." "All right, I'll get you, I'd go with a blue then, just to be safe." He says, "I got 6-packs, I got 12-packs. If you're really into this girl, I got your big bulk packs even." And he says, "I don't have very much money. I just got $1. Can I just buy one?" He says, "Well, I do have, singles individually wrapped, and they are $1. So he hands him a blue one. "Go up and see whatever Sally at the front, and she'll ring you out, and you can pay for it and be on your way. And good luck tonight." And so he runs up to Sally, hands it to her. She punches it in. Cha-ching! That's an old cash register, by the way. And so she says, "Okay, I'll be $1.08. He says, "$1.08? Joe said it was $1. The price tag on there says $1. I got $1 here." He says, "Well, you have to pay for the tax." He says, "The tax? I thought they stayed on by themselves." That's the end of that story. So anyway, catch you next time, El Magnifico.